Here we are. Okay. Well, there I was in Laurelwood. I had met God, introduced him to Mike and Mom, and gone on. And the next day, during our creativity class, I sat down at a long table with quite a few other patients, and we were told to use whatever was on the table to create something. I sat there through most of it because I had no idea what to create, or I just felt so stupid. And then I noticed a young man sitting opposite of me, um, a couple people away on my right, and we introduced ourselves. His name was Rich, and I knew he was Jesus. So now we were complete, three of us, Jesus, God, and I. And I was very excited. I had read the day before, which was the first full day of my vacation. I had read in the newspaper under my horoscope, under Gemini, for January 2nd, 2004. At the top of Gemini, it read, "Your ruler is coming." What the heck was that about? Your ruler is coming. But it was there. It was there for days. It was there even after he was there. But anyway, I understood it as Jesus. And he came. All right, well, it still said he was coming, but he was there. Oh, there was a day when I began looking before I saw him. I was looking for him everywhere. And every man who smiled at me, met my eyes, was a possibility. Yeah, well, okay. I was kind of disappointed at his youth. I would have liked for him to be older, but you know what the heck. Anyway, so we went on from there. Rich and I, or, whoever, began a relationship of sorts, and I found him to be really snotty. And, and he was there. He was rather tall, about maybe 6 foot, 6'1". He commonly wore a pair of black sweats, black tennis shoes, and walked around and around and around, but he had to keep walking. He had to walk fast. He had to keep walking all the time. I got to look into this webcam. Yeah, so anyway, he was practically running. Besides that, he seemed perfectly normal. So was I, so was Dave. And all of the other patients around me became a part of my story that was happening also at the same time. Many things were happening at the same time, they always do. I was also, these all became the angels, or the angels that had fallen to hell with me. They were here with me. And they knew who I was, though I didn't always remember them. In fact, I only remembered them once, but I did remember them. I was there. It was the second morning. I was awoken by the same male nurse. He reached in his hand and counted down 3, 2, 1, and the lights went on. At that moment, the lights went on for me, and I remembered who everyone in there was. I remembered them. I knew them, and I was so excited. I got dressed. I ran out. We were having a cigarette break, going out for it, and I walked after the nurse and followed him and said, "You told me you had no family nearby." And he just looked at me and like smiled. And I, waved I don't remember what I said, but it was when I walked indoor again that it went back off, and I forgot everyone. And while I was out there, I remembered who all of them were, and I knew they were there for me. They knew me. It was very mystical. Talk about mystical. I have speculated and written that at that time I was in another dimension. At that time, as I walked down that hallway to the mental ward, once that door was open, I went into another dimension where I don't know what happened. I don't know, because Mom and Mike visited me. So that couldn't have happened. Therefore, they could have come from another dimension. It would have been so easy to arrange that. So easy to arrange for people to be there, to have their, records on file. I've speculated, forgot. Yeah, for the Creator. Yeah, okay. Well, so, there I was. Rich talked over my head. I didn't enjoy talking to him, but I was still fascinated by him. It was like, oh, I might have been in love with him, I wasn't sure. I might have been in love with Dave, but I wasn't sure, but it felt like that. I was kind of in love and totally obsessed. They were my only ones if they were around, that was everything. If they weren't, then I was with others and enjoyed that too. And I got to know them in a more personal way, but they were often a part of my own reality still. Whatever they said worked perfectly into my own reality. As one young man named Albert hung on to Rich, followed him everywhere he went. And I suppose that's why he was in there. I was so out of it myself that it was hard to tell why everyone was there. Most of them seemed relatively normal to me. Issues. Oh, time to go. See you next time.